Our planet is home to many dangerous animals, but which one is the most dangerous? We picked 72 that stand above this lineup, except mosquitoes and humans. Those are too overpowered. Yep. And in each episode, we'll pick a winner with our top 11 finalists facing off in a final showdown for the largest reptile on this planet, to scorpion that can kill a human 100 times its own weight, to the man's best friend stabbing man in the back. This is 72 Dangerous Animals, Our Planet. Last episode, the tiger slashed itself into the finals. But who is coming up next to join the tiger and the rest in the finalists? Coming up, a shark that will eat almost anything takes on a small but very dangerous canine. The largest venomous lizard and the largest venomous terrestrial animal living today faces off against a venomous snake with a very malicious bite. And swarming ants face off a sea animal that can shock you to death, and then a feared mystical cat. This is 72 Dangerous Animals, Our Planet. The tiger shark and maximum lengths can grow up to around 20 feet. Originally that was 13 feet, but they're much bigger, around 20 feet actually, so writer's note for me. These guys are spread all over warm oceans, all over the world. The tiger shark is one of, if not the most dangerous sharks on the planet. This is a sand tiger shark, and before many people really think about it, really are like, oh, I know many people don't think this, but I just want to clear it up. A sand tiger shark is very much not a hybrid of a tiger shark and a sand shark. And this is the reason why. They would have a very low chance of meeting due to how their ecosystems are. Tiger sharks prefer warmer, tropical ocean waters because they need with abundance of food. They really need that. With sand sharks, they prefer sandy bottoms where it's open and they can swim around and swim near the sand or swim up near the surface with like little fish swimming around because they need that, like around docks. Which, why do docks look like they're so deep even though they're not really? Just really think on that. If a tiger shark lived where a sand shark is, the cool water that a sand shark is used to wouldn't really help the tiger shark, and the lack of food would eventually kill the tiger shark. Well, for the sand shark, if it lived somewhere where tiger sharks live, they would die of either overheating to death. There's abundance of food, but the same thing is there's abundance of predators where tiger sharks live. So even if the sand shark is somehow able to avoid predators, it is not used to hunting animals in a tiger shark's ecosystem. I would say sand shark would most likely have a better chance of surviving than tiger shark because the whole more shallow water thing. But a tiger shark would eventually, sand shark would die. And this is subtracting if there's any mates around. Like if a male sand shark and a female tiger shark were just swapped where they lived. And even if a sand shark and a tiger shark were able to meet each other where they live, it would be very unlikely, next to impossible actually, that they would actually mate and reproduce. The likeliest chance of a hybrid between a sand shark and a tiger shark would be very low. And it would just be more obvious that the tiger shark would just end up eating the sand shark. And that's the conclusion. No, that's why a sand shark and a tiger shark cannot mate. Alright, we're on to how dangerous the tiger shark is. Tiger sharks are known to be apex predators. They don't have too much competition. The only real competition they have is from each other. But competition between two tiger sharks is very rare, unless if it's mating season. Even then, they're not gonna be like most mammals. It's like most animals actually, where they like fight to find a mate and get a mate. Most likely, the tiger shark, would most likely just search around for a mate. So they don't have too much competition. Tiger sharks are smart for sharks. Kind of in a way. These guys take many opportunities that most sharks wouldn't really. That, like, maybe a black tip would take. And maybe some other sharks, but not really. If it can smell fish, like, say, some guy goes spearfishing, and he spears something like a giant Taravia. I should know this word, but I just obliterated it. Sorry about that. Like a giant tarpon, because tarpons do live in warm waters, salt and fresh water. Where do tarpons not live? Say this dude spears a big tarpon. Tarpon. That's how Zeph pronounces it. Tarpon. He pronounces it tarpon, I pronounce it tarpon. Yeah, I just pronounce it when I first hear about it. I just pronounce it that way. So, let's say this tarpon, or tarpon, whatever you call it, is speared. And the tiger shark smells the tarpon from a mile. Most likely it's gonna come and investigate this tarpon. And then, very unlikely, but can happen, the tiger shark would would try to steal the fish, the tarpon, from the man. This is just a size comparison between two men actually, and the tiger shark. And let's say that the guy is trying to defend himself from the shark. Tiger shark would most likely give up. But in this scenario, let's say this tiger shark will focus on grabbing this tarpon. Or tarpon, whatever you call it. I'm either way. That's like I say Ankylosaurus or Ankylosaurus, either way. I'm that peaceful dude. So, the tiger shark is trying to grab it. Unlikely if the tiger shark is going to grab the tarpon or trying to grab the man, most likely the tarpon. Either the tiger shark will accidentally bite the man's hand as he tries to defend his tarpon, or maybe not. Maybe he accidentally mistakes the man, or a piece, like a leg of the man, for the tarpon, and he goes right for the bite. Well, it's very unlikely that a man would get attacked by a tiger shark. It's still would be very bad. Now, time to explain this photo, which I was trying to get to. What is going on? The bird in this photo is most likely one bird. An albatross. This is what I believe it is. Now, this This is most likely a baby albatross. And that's a tiger shark, right behind it. Many people will know, tiger sharks are one of the only fish that will purposely go after birds. If this is after like a while after mating season, and like the young are starting to learn how to fly. And the tiger sharks see, oh my god, sorry. Oh my god. Tiger sharks see these guys as a quick snack, so they go for the kill. This is most likely a photo of a tiger shark trying to grab a wandering albatross. I can't find the full photo if there is. If this is the full photo, then I don't know why it's breaching. Maybe it's still trying to grab a tarpon. Not tarpon. Albatross. Tiger sharks are very strong animals and are extremely dangerous. Attacks might be rare, but they still can and do happen. This is a reason why. Okay, LeBron James, watch that video later. You should be extremely worried about these fish or turtle hunters in the wild. These are one extremely dangerous fish and one you wouldn't want to mess with. I think I'm getting a stuffy nose soon because my voice, I might get a sore throat soon, so sorry, no videos soon. I feel like I'm going to start getting a sore throat soon. If I'm trying to talk as loud as I can because I feel like I'm going to get a sore throat soon. So yeah. The tiger shark is landing in the first place. But how does the tiger shark fare against another dangerous, not a shark, another rare animal? So I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out if I have like a sore throat, which I might be getting soon because of my voice. It's getting rustier. Yeah, sorry. This video might have a lot of goof ups. Kind of like some of my usual videos. The tiger shark lands in first for now. But how does it fare against a venomous snake with a nasty nipping bite? The pit vipers, also warning. What I mean by pit vipers, I mean like Amazon pit vipers that are in trees. I don't mean any pit vipers like the Fer-de-Lance. I don't mean like any of those guys, like the ground dwelling ones. I mean the ones in trees, that have a venomous bite. I don't mean like small pit vipers like pit vipers like the Fer-de-Lance. Just know that I'm meaning the ones in the trees you would usually find in the Amazon. Just want to clear that up if you get confused. Okay, enjoy this video. Pit vipers in trees. That's the last time I'm saying pit vipers in trees. Well, most likely in my whole life. Are one of, if not, the most formidable snakes, actually. Most famous snakes, really. The pit viper, at maximum lengths, can get around like your hand. And like, actually most likely, put 2 or 3 fingers together. Like on your hand, put 3 fingers, I don't know what I'm going to say, I keep saying thumbs. 2 or 3. That is around the width of the pit viper. And for length, they don't get really long. Only like around, a max like a foot long. Pit vipers are one of the most famous and most scary snakes. I mean, it's pretty common for a pit viper. It's pretty common to be scared of pit viper. I mean, it's a snake you wouldn't most likely see. If you do, it's like blending really well, except this guy. But it's like, and they got these fangs. What really makes a pit viper really dangerous is that you're in nowhere. There's a very rare chance if you get bitten by a pit viper in like the middle of the Amazon, you're gonna survive. Because there's no help. Most likely, like, you're gonna walk looking for help. And at some point, like maybe 30 minutes later, you're gonna collapse, have trouble breathing, and then die. Pit vipers are one of the most formidable snakes. And they're also one of the most petly snakes. Most people that have pit vipers, it's good and bad. There's good and bad people that have pit vipers. Good people, they make sure their pit vipers don't have any venom. Make sure the venom sac is very empty. They can't get more venom. It's not bad. It's not too bad. Bad people are when they just clip their teeth off and really just prevent them from biting. If they do bite, it's oh, big deal. I'm on the good people's side. These guys are very famous for being like predators. Predator. They can see ultra heat. So if you're a mouse, or a mouse, goodbye. These guys are formidable and dangerous, but we are killing more of them than they are killing us. Many people don't know this, but these guys, the pit vipers, actually live near banana farms. And they'll slither around the banana farms. And they'll be in the trees because they're looking for food. And the trees will get cut down. And that can cause pit vipers to die. Also, deforestation. Many people believe we have already caused the extinction of hundreds of pit viper species before we could even find them. So, how do you feel? If you love animals as much as I do, just imagine there was a pit viper species, probably in 2013, that went extinct. And it was probably one of the rarest, probably one of the coolest pit vipers. Unlikely, but its venom could have had a cure cancer. Now, cancer is bad. If anyone knows, a YouTuber unfortunately announced that he's got cancer. But if they found a pit viper, very rarely due to the amounts of different types of cancer. You got tongue, you got liver, you got bone, you got brain. No, brains are tumors. You got muscle. I don't think there's a muscle cancer, but let's just say possibly. It's you can't just cure all cancer with one thing. You gotta find one cure at a time. Maybe there's a plant that has a cure to tumors and stuff. I don't know. But it's really sad to think. We just extincted. We just caused a species to go extinct that we've never discovered. Just really think on that. Because that's very not cool. The pit viper has almost no shot of beating the tiger shark in dangerous. Well, you're more likely to die of a pit viper than you are able to die of a tiger shark attack. The real cause of it is because you're in the middle of nowhere. And just because of that, I'm maybe adding it, maybe not adding it to its danger factor. But the fact, you're more likely to stumble into a tiger shark than a pit viper in the middle of the Amazon. The pit viper slithers in second for now. But how do both of these beasts fare against a nasty nipping ant? Army ants can get around an ounce long. At best, maybe a couple ounces. I think that's used to weigh liquids, but I don't know. These guys are spread all over forest floors in Africa and South America. The army ants are one of the most famous ants, and who would blame them? Now let's get something out of the room. This is a soldier ant. This is a worker ant. Soldiers and workers, kind of the same thing. The soldier ants don't do all the big hunting like the worker ants do. Also, this is literally, I'm not lying, an actual army ant nest. This nest, army ants, unlike almost all other ants, make their nest flat out one thing, army ants. Because, like, a bunch of, like, soldiers or workers will swarm an area they think is good enough for a nest. And that's literally it. That's the nest. The queen goes smack dab in the middle, surrounded by all her workers and soldiers. Yeah. Fun fact, army ants' jaws are used to help heal from cuts. People, if someone gets a big cut in the middle of the Amazon or Africa, in like big forest, people will find the army ants, and they will they'll position the army ant perfectly, just so it bites the person, and then they'll twist and decapitate the army ants, but the head is still on, biting onto the wound. Then other army ants will be placed and the same thing will happen to them. Basically just making a full-on Band-Aid. Hey, who knows, an insect could be a Band-Aid. Hey. The soldiers use those jaws to not just kill. They use it to attack in horrifyingly bad ways. I just feel bad for every insect that has died via an army ant. These guys' jaws are long and dangerous. Even the workers are dangerous. Let's do some. Let me show you. Imagine you are the spider right here. And you're wandering around. You had a good, like, lizard snack, and you're looking for somewhere where you can, like, I don't know, look for more food. This is most likely what I believe a huntsman spider of some type. And you just walked, unfortunately, right into a nest of army ants. Now, this is what they do. The army ants detect you, and they'll find you. They'll scatter around. You're in an area where there's a lot of army ants. And then they'll climb all over you and bite you. And then soldiers will get involved, and it's a whole swarm. Don't forget about the sting. They'll sting you. They'll sting you and tear you open. Worst thing is, if you're a crab, this is unfortunate for crabs, or beetles with hard carapaces. They'll literally rip your arms off. They'll find an opening and actually go inside you and bite organs. I'm not lying, that's true. You are surrounded, army ants are going inside of you, just tearing you inside. There's army ants tearing you from the outside, the venom is kicking in. And eventually you stop, collapse, and you die. That is literally one of the worst ways you can go out, via army ants. Well, an army ant's death is very painful and could be very horrible. It's still nothing compared to the violence to the power of a tiger shark or a pit viper. The army ants crawl on the third floor now. Now, an elusive cat. That is very rare. can our elusive feline knock the tiger shark off first? The snow leopard has been estimated around 13 feet, around like 10 feet at maximum. They're not really. They're around like 5 feet long, maybe a little longer. They're not like 10 feet. I don't know why, I'm just tired. Not tired. I just got a stuffy nose. I want to end this video quick so I can figure my stuffy nose thing out. These guys live in the high mountains of Asia. Snow leopards are one of the most elusive and cool animals on the planet. These guys are very rare. And it will be extremely hard for you to find it. You would more likely have a better chance of finding a random vending machine on the street. It's like it doesn't have any items listed, but it produces like stuff like new Coke or rare items. Fun fact, that actually did exist, but not anymore. Sorry about that. These guys are elusive, smart, and dangerous, and can tear flesh from bones. These guys are known to be rare, and they got one of the longest jaws. And they got the longest jaws. They got the longest teeth of most animals. Most felines, actually. Maybe except one very famous one, and that's also elusive. Cloud leopard. No, snow leopards and cloud leopards they're not even real leopards. They're fake. Yeah. I'm just trying to get this video done. And yeah. The snow leopard is very elusive. And is not as dangerous as many people would say they are. They're more rare than dangerous. These guys are known to chase down leopards. Sorry, I'm just tired. My throat. I don't know what's wrong with my voice, but okay. These guys are easily able to chase down other animals. Now, they're able to scavenge. Now, saying they're most likely scavengers, because I don't believe this snow leopard could take down a longhorn sheep. These guys are very fast and can just lunge right at you. I don't know if this is either dead or the snow leopard's actually sneaking up on it. I don't know. I originally thought maybe it's sneaking. Just maybe it's sneaking on it. But no. It's most likely dead and it thinks it might be asleep. The snow leopard is one of the strongest animals in the mountains. While attacks are very rare. In fact, they don't happen. It can still kill you. Which way it could kill you if it accidentally knocks you off the cliff. You just plummet all the way to your death. Snow leopards have never been known to kill people. And they're extremely rare. It can't top most of this on them. It's still able to beat out the army ant and take third. Next up, a ray that's electric. The electric ray is one of electric rays or torpedo fish. Whatever you like to call them, I call them electric rays. When I first introduced to them, they called them torpedo fish. I don't know. These guys can get to the size of a dinner plate. And these guys live all over the ocean. Even cold waters, which for a ray species, No, most likely not. No, I don't believe they're rays. For a species of like fish that is related to rays, is actually really impressive. The electric ray, or torpedo fish, is known to be one of the only animals in the ocean that can electrocute you. Back from season 1 of 72 Dangerous Animals North America, actually not the first animal in this series, or like a series before, because I believe like the wild boar was the first animal. I don't know, I'm just gonna continue this episode. These guys are very known to electrocute humans. On the rare chance. These guys won't kill you. It's very unlikely for an electric ray to zap you to death. Instead, they're more likely to kill you if you're a tiny fish. Now, this was most likely a net fish scenario, but this electric ray got netted. These guys you'll most likely get a nasty shock with the ray moving to go somewhere else. And these guys have a very weird hunting style. Not like most other flatfish, because they're the only electric flatfish. These guys, a fish will swim above, they'll electrocute it, and then quickly just inhale it. The electric ray has no hope to overturn most of this lineup. It's able to beat the snow leopard out and take third place. The snow leopard moves to 4th and the army ant to 5th. Next up, the largest venomous lizard on this planet. The Komodo dragon is the largest venomous lizard on this planet. Max feet 10 feet long, and sometimes a little longer. These guys are spread all over Komodo Island and some other islands. Komodo dragons are one of the most notorious lizards on this planet. These guys are very famous for many appearances in films. Not too many, but many. Including some movie about Komodo dragon. Yeah, we're starting with that. And the one I've known for a little while, Komodo dragon versus Cobra. Both Komodo dragon and Cobra will be featured in 72 Dangerous Animals fictional when I get to that from that movie, but we don't know. Fictional is just the most voted one right now. These guys are tough, powerful beasts. And their secret to how dangerous they are is their venom. Komodo dragons will usually look at their prey right before they bolt at it. Their ambush, they'll stare at it, then just bolt. If they see you, they might make a position similar to this, and then just bolt towards you. They're extremely fast. Best way to outrun it is to zigzag, so it can't fully catch you. You're better off zigzagging. Remember, these guys are cannibalistic. Yes, they're cannibalistic. And also kill each other in mating fights or territory fights. Yeah, they can kill each other just over mating. The venom is very toxic. It basically just makes you bleed out to death. And just imagine this. You're a goat or whatever. You run and get bitten by a Komodo dragon. Then you slowly bleed around your wound and you bleed out. Eventually you die because of all the blood loss. Similar to its prehistoric cousin, Megalania is believed to have venom. Well, no prehistoric venom from Megalania has been discovered. It is very likely due to it being closely related to monitor lizards, including Komodos. And all those animals usually do tend to have some sort of venom. So just imagine a 20-foot Komodo dragon, basically, that is basically your uncle, and also does weightlifting for fun. And they can swim. It could be possible Megalania could have swam. Because today's Komodo dragons, like this one, can swim. These guys are brute force houses. And if I showed you a photo, I'd definitely get my final copyright strike. But they are known to take water buffaloes. Literal water buffaloes. Literally. They'll look at a water buffalo, hey, delicious meal, and take it out. Never go alone on the island, Komodo Island, or any island that Komodos do inhabit, because these guys will make you like this sheep. It's like fake, but still. The Komodo dragon has sharp, dangerous teeth, and could just do this to you. And now, this animal can literally charge you to death. Yeah, that's an example of how they're cannibalistic. That Komodo dragon literally has another Komodo dragon in its mouth. These guys are tough, very dangerous. Never want to mess with them. The Komodo easily overpowers this lion. It sends the tiger shark to second, venomous pit viper in third, electric ray in 4, snow leopard in 5th, and army ant in 6th. Our last animal in this episode is coming up. Can it top a small canine known to have rabies? Can it top the Komodo dragon? The golden jackal is the largest canine. Fumble that up again. Is the largest jackal on the planet. These guys at maximum lengths can get around 5 feet. These guys are smacked in Asia and Europe. Not smacked, they're smacked down. Well, they might target smaller animals like other jackals. These guys are still dangerous. The golden jackal is the largest of all jackals, especially European golden jackals. These guys are very aggressive with their family and can attack each other. It is very rare for these guys to attack, but when they do, it's dangerous. People have sometimes died from them. The reason why is they have rabies. Literal rabies. Rabies is a very dangerous disease found in all canines and maybe raccoons and foxes. If you get bitten by an animal with rabies, you're dead. You're literally the symptoms. The infection goes straight from where you get bitten all the way to brain. The worst sign of rabies is if you have a literal fear of water. Not lying. These guys can literally, any canine could literally make you fear water if it bites you and it has rabies. These guys are very aggressive, are easily able to take down human beings, especially if they're in a pack. They can pick up from your smell from a mile. Could run you down, take you down. It wouldn't be fun if you died from these guys. These guys usually target birds and are very aggressive. But if they'll take down anything. Birds are one of the things. Say you're a big turkey and you're surrounded by a pack of jackals. You're gonna fly away, but a jackal is able to bite you and hold you down. And then it keeps biting you until you die. They keep biting and tear you pieces, sometimes while you're still alive. And they will easily kill you. With no problem, they could kill you. Tear you to pieces. Rip you you, limb from limb, organ from organ, maybe even bones will be eaten. But these guys are powerful, and they could kill. Dang. The Jackal runs this lineup. It has no shot of taking Komodo, like you probably saw. It jumps into second place, pushing the Tiger the Shark to third, our Pit Viper to fourth, Electric Ray to fifth, Snow Leopard sixth, and our Army is last in line. The Komodo Dragon wins this episode and moves on to our finalists. Last episode before the finalists in 72 Dangerous Animals, Our Planet. A bird that hunt, an eagle that hunts primates, takes on a venomous fish with a venomous spine. A formidable dog. Formidable dogs take on the most dangerous spider on the planet. And how does a scorpion fare in this lineup? This in 72 Dangerous Animals, Our Planet. Come on. Okay. No, that was my original take on this.